Today I've got some at-home mat work for you guys utilizing the Magic Circle. The Magic Circle is one of my favorite small Pilates accessories. It's an excellent aid to add to your mat work, to add challenge and versatility to the exercises, or even to aid in posture. It can also be a nice complementary accessory to use for your full apparatus classes. When using on the mat as we will today, it can help you to keep your alignment or keep your limbs in a desired position by just holding it there, or it can encourage continuous activation of a certain muscle group. Today, we're going to be increasing our resistance using this little tool and really get those muscles focused and working. The Pilates Magic Circle is one of my favorite pieces of equipment. They're super light, you can travel with them, they're an easy aid, you can use them to make any Pilates exercise more challenging or aid you with them. You can just use these in your mat work so much, and they're inexpensive. So I'll be showing this one from Anfly. I'll have links down below for the particular product review that I've done of this one and for where you can buy this online. Today we're going to go through a full body workout using the Magic Circle, and you'll be surprised how much you are feeling everything with this little piece of equipment. We're going to begin kneeling here. We're just going to hold lightly the Magic Circle, keeping our frame of the arms about shoulder width apart. And we're just going to sweep up overhead, stretch back and come back. Make sure to keep a pin from your lower rib to your hip so that your rib cage doesn't flare. Our first exercise will be arms bent. We're going to take that Magic Circle right across from our sternum, elbows bent to the side, palms resting on the handles. This exercise is wonderful for developing the chest muscles. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, squeeze the circle, maintain that resistance, and start with small pumps. And release back out. Exhale, squeeze in and small pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release out. Exhale as you squeeze the circle in and pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Next, we're going to move into the single arm side press. To get into position, hold the circle in one hand and rest it against the side of the thigh, directly below the hip joint. The elbow should be slightly bent and the shoulder slightly internally rotated. One way to check this is to make sure that the pit of your elbow is not turning out and facing to the outside. It should be facing in towards your body. Exhale as you adduct the shoulder, bring the hand in towards the thigh. Hold that engagement and take little pulses, just like we did before, just 10 pulses. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drawing in, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach back out. And one more. Exhale, squeeze in, and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming over towards the other side for that single arm side press. Same thing, lining up just below the hip, right there on the side of the thigh. Engage in and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Exhale as you squeeze in and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. One more set. Exhale, squeeze in, engage. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That exercise is great for strengthening the shoulder adductors. Next, we'll take a straight arm variation of the arms bent. So we'll have a slight micro bend through the elbows. We're not locking out, but otherwise they're straight out in front, and the magic circle is right across from our sternum. So we're going to squeeze in and release, squeeze and release, just taking back and forth. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Exhale on that exertion and release. When we take this exercise into a straight arm position, it further challenges the horizontal adductors of the shoulders. Come to a seated position now. We're going to use the magic circle to assist us in our roll-up. Legs out in front, hip distance apart, feet flexed, arms straight out from the shoulders, using the magic circle to hold the stance of your arms. Small push in on either side of the circle. We're going to exhale as we roll down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, extend, taking the circle up overhead. And exhale, tuck the chin in, roll up one vertebrae at a time, and reach over top of the feet. Inhale as we stack through the vertebrae of the spine one at a time. Exhale, tuck the pubic bone under, C-curve through the spine, rolling all the way down. Inhale, take that magic circle up overhead, extend. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the pubic bone in forward, roll up one vertebrae at a time and reach out and across. Inhale as we stack up through the spine one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, rolling down. Think about the vertebrae of the spine moving as if you were to pick up a string of pearls, and they just come up one at a time, stacking on top of each other, rolling through. This is called articulation of the spine, stacking up nice and tall. And rolling down. Now the magic circle is assisting us here. If we give it a little squeeze through the hands, we're working the adductors here in the arms, but we're also maintaining that position and level of the arms and becoming much more aware of where our arms are, making sure that they are even on both sides, lifting up nice and tall. If you want more of a challenge, take that magic circle up overhead, bend through the elbows, and use it like a little halo over the head. You will find this to be very challenging. It's just like going from the roll up to the neck pull, the position of the arms there. And tucking forward, bending in, folding over our legs. Inhale as you lift up nice and tall. And exhale, scoop and hollow the abdominals. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. If you find that to be much too challenging with the circle here, just extend it back out to that regular roll up that we were doing before. Exhale as we lift up. If you're having difficulty lifting up here with the circle overhead, if you flex through your feet, it will make a big difference in coming up. Beautiful, good job. We're now going to utilize the magic circle into our abdominal series in Pilates. So we'll go ahead and roll down one vertebrae at a time, keeping the magic circle in between the hands. Float one leg up at a time into tabletop with the knees over top of the hips. And we're going to come up for our double leg stretch. We're going to reach the hands out away and the arms out away, and then bring that circle back over top. Hug yourself into a nice ball. Exhale as we reach and extend away. Inhale, squeeze back in. Exhale, reach away. And inhale, returning. Good. We want to make sure that we maintain neutral pelvis, that you're not tilting the pelvis, the pubic bone down and getting extra space behind the low back. Really protect the back here. Keep it curled in. Keep the chin tucked to chest and your gaze to your legs. Inhale as we squeeze back in. Now we're going to the single leg stretch. One leg reaches away and we're going to bring it back. Each time we bring it back, we're going to lift that magic circle, a little squeeze, and bring down over top of the knee. Exhale as we squeeze down over top of the knee. Good. So the arms get a little lift and pull while we're holding onto this magic circle, reaching one leg away and placing the magic circle down, ringing around the knee. Place the foot inside the circle for a single straight leg stretch. We're going to hold this here stagnant and then bring both the feet together at 90 degrees and stretch back and away. Both the feet come together. The bottom leg is hovering, floating just over top of that mat and lifting back up. Think about maintaining that neutral pelvis, and we're going to give that magic circle a nice pull, letting it come in. Make sure that your head, neck, and shoulders are lifted up. You're balancing on your shoulder blades and you're lifting up into that stretch. This is a great stretch of the hamstring, and we're going to bring those legs together and stretch back out. Switch the feet right here. Reach out and away, squeeze in, both legs come back together. Exhale as we stretch away. Inhale, return the feet together. Exhale, reach out, stretch, and come back in. Reach out and return. Good job. Keep it going here. Couple more. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, return. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, return. Good. You're in control of that stretch, utilizing that magic circle, which can be a great aid in stretching as well. Bring both feet in and lay the head, neck, and shoulders down. Just pull on that magic circle and allow the feet to pull in towards your body. Next, we're going to go into knees supine. We're going to take the magic circle and place in between the knees with the pads coming in between the knees. And we're going to squeeze in here and release, really strengthening the hip adductors. And release. Good. Working that inside of thigh as well. Squeezing in and releasing. Exhale with a squeeze. Inhale, release. Always focusing on the exertion. Most often in Pilates, when we're making an exertion, that's where we're exhaling. And release. Good. Really challenging ourselves to be on the back with the legs in tabletop. You can lift the head, neck, and shoulders here as well and get that rectus abdominis working with us. As we squeeze in, really stabilize through the body, make all the movement coming there with the hips squeezing that magic circle in. 3 more. 2 and 1. Release. Circle coming to the hands for the Criss Cross. We're going to exhale as we twist to one side and take the opposite leg away. So we twist to our right, left leg reaches out long. Good. Exhale. Inhale, return to tabletop. Exhale, reach out around. Really focus on taking that circle out beyond the legs, reaching away, stretching through the obliques. Reach out and return. Good. Shifting from one shoulder blade to the other, keeping lifted up. Don't let that head come down. Now taking that magic circle in between the ankles. Reach the legs out on a 45-degree angle. Another option is to take up to 90 degrees if coming out towards 45 is too challenging. Lift up through head, neck, and shoulders, arms reaching out. We're going to pulse through our magic circle, and then we're going to pump our arms just like we do in the 100. We're going to squeeze for 5 and pump the arms for 5. Engage and pulse for 5 through the feet and pump the arms for 5. Good, keep going. Squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5 and pulse 2, 3, 4, 5. Ankles 2, 3, 4, 5 and arms 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a real challenge to stabilize here with a magic circle at the ankles. This is our last one. Squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Next, we're going to come to a prone position on the stomach with the magic circle in between the ankles. Probably the most challenging thing is getting the magic circle there to balance. Come lay down to the stomach, fold one hand over top of the other, forehead down. We're going to exhale as we reach the legs away and let them float up. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, return. Exhale, reach and lengthen, stretch through those toes, hold that magic circle steady and in place, reaching up and lowering down. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, return. Nice steady flow of breath as you're doing this, feeling the low back working as well through the legs. Good. Lifting up and lowering down. On this next one, we're going to lift it up and hold and start to pulse. Squeeze in. Good. Pulsing in right here through those ankles. Give that magic circle a nice squeeze. Keep it nice and steady. Now bend the knees. In this prone position with knees bent, go ahead and squeeze in from here. Different feeling. Exhale, squeeze in. Good. Keep a nice steady flow of breath here. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Lift the knees now. Float up off top of the mat. See if you can challenge yourself here. If that's really uncomfortable, just let them rest back on the mat just where we were. Couple more. Squeeze and release back down. Next, we're going to move into working the hamstrings. So we're going to take one pad and put it at our ankle. The other one's going to come just underneath our butt. Get that firmly in place. Lift it up on your elbows right here, and we're going to squeeze that foot in towards the glutes. You can also lower your head down on the mat, resting it on your hands, or you can keep it nice and lifted and scoop up through the abdominals. When we stay lifted up, it makes it feel more like the single leg kick. When I exhale, squeeze in. Good. Making that hamstring work, pressing against all that resistance. Go ahead and release the leg down. Coming over to the other side, one handle coming underneath the butt, one coming at the ankle. And continue here. Squeeze and release. Lots of resistance, lots of tension here. Keep it going. Make sure you don't hold your breath just because the motion gets to be a little bit tough. Exhale and inhale. Nice steady flow of breath. Good. Try to keep the body nice and steady, all the movement coming from that ankle bending in, and remove the circle. Good. We're going to stay in a prone position, working through the back here, coming into swan. Taking both hands to the top of the magic circle, other end pressing down. Now for our feet, rather than being too narrow, I prefer them to be wide out to the edge of the mat. I'm going to inhale as we press through the circle and lift up. Exhale, bend through the elbows and lower back down. Inhale as we press down and lift, extending through the spine. We want the back to remain nice and rounded. And exhale, bring that air out, come back down. This may be really challenging to keep that magic circle right there. You need to play with balance and that resistance there. I love adding this into my swan lift right here, pressing up nice and tall. And exhale, rolling back down. Inhale as you press down through the arms, straighten out as much as possible and lift. And exhale as you're coming down. Now, the amount that you can straighten and stretch through your arms is really going to depend on the flexibility of your low back. So you just come to a position that feels comfortable. Never force yourself into any position that is not comfortable. Think nice rounding through the spine rather than a right angle. We're going to hold right here, turn the neck to the right, bring it back center, and twist to the left. You'll be amazed how many muscles you feel when you're just lifting here and moving through the neck and lowering back down. Good. Because that's been a lot of extension through the spine, we want to come back here into a nice rest pose. So let's utilize the magic circle. Sit it up in front of us, sink down into a rest pose or a child's pose. Head coming down towards the mat, or you can keep it nice and in line with the spine and just reach out here, lengthen through your arms. With the support of the magic circle, it feels a bit different. You also may want to drop the magic circle halfway right here and just stretch out, hands down to the mat. Breathing deeply, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Anytime that we've done a lot of extension or work through the back, it's a good idea to take a moment and come to a rest pose. We're now going to be doing some side leg series using the magic circle. Our bottom foot is going to come in and rest at the bottom of the circle, securing it in place for us. And our top leg will come to the top handle. Good. We want to stack hip over top of hip, shoulder over top of shoulder, keep the chest nice and open, and really balance. We don't want to sway back and forth. Lift through the side body here. Aid yourself with balance by taking that hand down to the front of the mat. Good. And we're going to squeeze here through the leg, squeezing that top leg down to the bottom. Keep it going. Keep the chest nice and open. Make sure that you're not collapsing down. From here, we're going to lift the bottom leg. Now that top leg is just resting on top. So we're going to exhale, lift, inhale, release. Exhale, lift, inhale, release. Good. And we're just balancing that top leg at the top of the circle. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Now we're going to involve both legs. Squeeze the top leg down, pressing through the circle, and lift the bottom leg at the same time. Each one of these exercises, we're going to take somewhere between 8 to 10 reps. It could be really anywhere between 5 to 10. So just listen to your body and do the same amount that you can. This is a really interesting feeling, pressing down through that circle and lifting the bottom leg. We're really squeezing, lengthening, and working through the body. Now taking the leg and threading it in between, we're going to come to the inside of the circle and press the leg out. With the magic circle, we have the option to press from the outside and also from the inside, really thoroughly working both sides of the thigh. Good. Still 8 to 10 reps here, pressing out and away. Nice and controlled, the circle's not going to move very far. Now, we're going to trace the inside of that circle there with our foot, pointing through the toe. We're going to draw circles, just tracing along that line, working through that hip, tracing back and forth, and taking a nice semicircle that's very controlled in the inside of our magic circle. Taking that foot back up to the handle, we're gonna press away with both legs and we're gonna lift and lower. Just for 5 here. That's number 4, 3, 2, both legs really need to be pressing out to maintain this, and 1, hold it here and breathe deeply. Good, extend and lower those feet down. Resetting now on the other side. We really need to keep our bodies even, so what we do on one side, we must do on the other. Balancing that bottom foot at the bottom, top leg at the top. Let's stack our body, keep it nice and balanced, and squeezing down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding that top leg in place, we'll lift the bottom. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really lengthen through those toes. We're going to press down the top while we lift the bottom. Squeeze and lift. Draw both those legs together. Think about squeezing those legs together. We just happen to have a big circle of resistance in the way. Squeeze and lift. We also have to maintain that balance and control so that our circle doesn't go flying. And that is a real possibility that your circle could go flying in any of these exercises. Something to be aware of. Good. So if you're working in a group, you always want to be aware of that. Take the top leg to the inside and we're going to reach up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now trace the circle with the foot, reaching to the front, up and around to the back. Good. It's a nice little semicircle. Come to the front, up and around, full circle to the front, full circle to the back. Keep it going here, nice and controlled, stabilizing through the body. Your hips might want to sway here all over the place. Think about keeping them in place. Nice, tight muscles, long, lean legs is what we're sculpting here. And release down. Foot comes up to the top. We're going to extend through both feet and lift and lower. 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 3, lift and lower. For 2, and this last one we're going to hold up, and 1, hold right here. You got it. Breathing and release it down. A little bit more work through the legs. We're going to come to seated. Reach one leg out long, and one heel is coming up on the magic circle, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Right here, we're just going to gently press down through the leg and release. You can also use your bottom foot to stabilize the magic circle, bring it to the inside, or it can stay on the outside. Squeeze down and release. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Good. Switching the feet, taking the other one to the inside. Top leg's going to come onto the outside. Balance that circle. Really release and lengthen through the body. Make sure that the shoulders don't hunch up towards the ears. 9, 8, 7, 6, keep it going. Make sure that we're not creating tension all over the body. Everything else is released. We're just working this one particular area. And we're working against resistance, and we can do that without tensing up and creating tension throughout the body. Good, bring it down. Come to seated and bring the magic circle in between the hands. We're going to take a spine stretch right here, just helping us keep our place. Exhale as we reach up and over. And inhale, roll up through the spine, nice and tall. Exhale, reaching up and over. And inhale, stacking up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, nice and tall. Again, the magic circle, we can add a little adduction here by squeezing through the hands a little bit. Otherwise, you can just hold it in place, and it'll help you think about keeping the hands in line with the shoulders. And again, exhaling up and over. Inhale, stacking up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Bend those elbows in, bring the magic circle towards the chest, and we're going to take a spine twist. We'll inhale as we return to center, exhaling, twisting through the side, and just maintaining that magic circle right where it is. Flex through the feet here and take about hip distance apart. Think about not driving through the shoulder, but just little small twists from side to side. Now squeeze the magic circle and exhale, twist to the side. Inhale, return, release the circle. Exhale, squeeze, twist to the side. Inhale, return, and release. Continue here, squeezing and twisting. Make sure those hips stay nice and steady. It's like they're strapped down to your mat. And if your feet are shifting here, that's a sign that your pelvis and your hips are moving. Keep them nice and steady, just working through the body. Release your magic circle down. Great job today. I hope that you come to love and appreciate the magic circle as much as I do, and that you've enjoyed these exercises that you can do. If you don't have a magic circle at home, some of these you can substitute with a small ball, but the small ball doesn't give you the ability to press out from the inside of the circle. There's nothing that's quite like the magic circle. I'm going to have links for this particular magic circle, the Anfly, in my write-up below, where you can go and view that particular product. I'll also link up my product review for that magic circle as well, and give you a couple more links of other magic circles that I have purchased and used in my studio. Generally speaking, you can buy a magic circle online for between $20 to $30. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, consider doing so. You can check out my channel for more mat Pilates, springboard Pilates, bar, and positive affirmations. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I'm so glad that you've been here in the studio with me. And please let me know if you want to see more exercises with the magic circle.